Hey everyone, welcome to another installment of Harry Potter Theory. In this video, we're going to be exploring recasting options for the one and only Harry in Harry Potter. Let me start off by saying that I thought Daniel Radcliffe did an amazing job. His role as Harry couldn't have been more perfect, at least in my eyes, and I think that he was the best possible selection for the role. And while I feel that he was almost an immediate fit right from the beginning with his performance in The Philosopher's Stone, he really leaned into the role as he grew older, proving more and more with each film that he truly was the ideal candidate. He was Harry Potter. However, with all of that being said, for today's video, I wanted to explore some casting options for the role of Harry. Daniel killed it, but I was thinking to myself, which other actors do I know that could have pulled it off? Which actors could come even close to the performance that Radcliffe gave? The inspiration for this video came from the channel Brian Seeker, who has a whole series on Harry Potter recasting. Without further ado, let's jump into it. Candidate number 1, Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood is almost a given because he is nearly identical to Daniel Radcliffe in every way. They are around a similar height, with a similar build, and their faces are remarkably similar. In a multitude of interviews, both Daniel and Elijah have expressed that they have been confused for one another. Elijah has an impressive resume, with a proven ability to act in a fantasy setting. If you didn't know already, Elijah Wood is Frodo from the iconic Lord of the Rings films. With that being said, Elijah does sound quite different to Daniel. He obviously is not British, which could be a bit of a problem, but the quality of his voice seems as though it could be appropriate for the character of Harry. If he was able to nail the accent, I think that he would be an amazing fit. Daniel Radcliffe himself admitted that Elijah Wood would be a great replacement for him. In an interview, when asked who should take over his role as Harry in a film adaptation of The Cursed Child, Radcliffe said the following: "I'm going to really annoy him, but I feel like Elijah Wood gets recognized as me so much that he may as well have a go at playing the part." Good enough for me. Candidate number 2, Nicholas Hoult. To date, Nicholas Hoult has an impressive acting resume. If you don't know who he is, I'm sure you would know his face. In more recent years, Hoult plays the role of Beast or Hank McCoy in the X-Men films. However, Hoult has been acting for a while, and had a number of large roles as a child actor, perhaps most notably the role of Marcus Brewer in About a Boy, a film that he co-starred in with Hugh Grant. In About a Boy, Hoult was just 13 years old, and played the role of a somewhat tragic young man who was down on his luck. Life just really wasn't going well for him. His home life was bad, his school life was bad, and well, his life was pretty bad. Hoult played this part extremely well, which is one of the reasons that I think he would have been able to handle the role of Harry Potter quite well. Similar to Hoult's character in About a Boy, Harry's formative years were not joyful, as he had to endure the constant scrutiny of the Dursleys. Both characters stuck out to me as a little bit lost in the world, and each actor played the part remarkably well. While Hoult does not look too similar to Daniel Radcliffe, I still think that he could play a convincing Harry. Bonus points go to Hoult for being born the same year as Radcliffe, and already having the British accent. I read in a few places that Hoult actually auditioned for the role of Harry, but was turned down. I wasn't able to confirm if this is true or not. Candidate number 3, Tom Holland. I know what you're thinking. Tom Holland is far too full of exuberance for the role of Harry. We know Tom Holland for his recent performances in the most recent Spider-Man film, as well as the Avengers films. How can such an upbeat young man even begin to be convincing as an oppressed little boy? He may be full of life, but he's an exceptional actor, and has demonstrated on numerous occasions that he is capable of more genuine, emotional, and serious acting if it is required of him. Holland is of similar stature to Radcliffe, and though he doesn't look particularly similar, I still think he could be convincing as Harry. Similar to Radcliffe, Holland has a certain youthfulness to him, which I think would mesh well with the role. It also doesn't hurt that Holland is also a self-professed Potterhead. In an interview on BBC Radio 1, he even said, "I think I might know more about Harry Potter than J.K. Rowling." This is a questionable statement, but I still think that it is a genuine testament to his love for the wizarding world. Holland is a proud Gryffindor, like Radcliffe, and the quality of his voice is actually remarkably similar to Radcliffe. With that being said, those are some of my choices for alternate castings for the role of Harry Potter. As I said in the beginning, Radcliffe smashed it, and they couldn't have had anyone better than him. But I do think that the aforementioned actors may have been able to handle it decently. What do you guys think of these choices? Who would you cast as Harry Potter in a world with no Daniel Radcliffe? Let me know down below. Until next time, you're a wizard, Harry!